It's a beautiful day on Hope Channel, Zambia, media that changes lives. Here are stories making headlines on our bulletin today. Zambian driver jailed 2 years with hard labor for aiding illegal immigrants. DEC, Government Workers Union pen MOU to fight workplace substance abuse. Cholera Community Protection Game Pilot launched. Civil society strengthens advocacy for public debt transparency. Much more stories are coming up shortly.
Hello, my name is Daddy Stalu, Production Manager for Hope Channel Zambia. In line with the reach 1 billion people with the gospel by 2030, Hope Channel Zambia is looking for compassionate individuals who can donate in kindness or financially to the number and bank details displayed on the screen. Your contribution will help many be reached with Hope Channel's life-changing content. Together, we can reach out to this 1 billion people targeted to be reached to before or by 2030.
To present the details, my name is Mwene Mianga and Sharon Akufuna is our sign language caster. A 25-year-old man of Lusaka's Ballaston area has been convicted by the Chinsali Magistrate Court with 2 years imprisonment with hard labor for aiding and abetting illegal immigrants. Contrary to the Immigration and Deportation Act, Chapter number 123 of the laws of Zambia. Jehoshia Suilanji Malambia, a driver of Toyota Quantum bus registration number CAL 4578ZM, was convicted after the apprehension of 16 Ethiopian nationals who were intercepted by the immigration officers at the Simon Mwansa Kapwepwe Toll Plaza in Chisali district on the 20th of April. Mulambia, while acting together with other accomplices, facilitated the transportation of 29 Ethiopian nationals from Nakonde towards Lusaka using a silver Hiace bus. Of the 29, 10 of the immigrants were later transferred into a black Pajero Shogun, registration number BBA 4889, while the remaining 19 continued the journey with the Hiace. The operation was disrupted after the Hiace was involved in a road traffic accident. In the Samwanje area of Isoka district, to continue the journey, Mulambia reportedly hired the Toyota Quantum bus from Lusaka to ferry the remaining immigrants. However, immigration officers in Isoka detected the vehicle and gave chase. Upon realizing they were being pursued, the suspects abandoned both the bus and the prohibited immigrants at Chinsali Toll Plaza before fleeing the scene. The two co-accused were later acquitted by the court due to lack of sufficient evidence. Passing sentence, the court noted that facilitating illegal immigration undermines national security and the integrity of Zambia's borders.
The Chinsali Magistrate Court has convicted and sentenced Jehoshia Suilanji Mulambia, 25, a driver of Ballaston, Lusaka, to 2 years imprisonment with hard labor for aiding and abetting illegal immigrants, contrary to the Immigration and Deportation Act, Chapter 123 of the laws of Zambia. The conviction follows investigations into the apprehension of 16 Ethiopian nationals who were intercepted by immigration officers at the Simon Mwansa Kapwepwe Toll Plaza in Chinsali district on 20th April 2026. The prohibited immigrants were found after a Toyota Quantum bus registration number CAL 4578ZM was abandoned by its occupants. Investigations established that Mulambia, acting together with other accomplices, facilitated the transportation of 29 Ethiopian nationals from Nakonde towards Lusaka using a silver Hiace bus. Along the journey, 10 of the immigrants were transferred into a black Pajero Shogun registration number BBA 4889, while the remaining 19 continued in the Hiace. Following a road traffic accident involving the Hiace in the Samwanje area, of Isoka District, Mulambya hired the Toyota Quantum bus from Lusaka to continue transporting the remaining immigrants. However, immigration officers in Isoka detected the vehicle and pursued it to Chensali, where the suspects abandoned both the bus and the prohibited immigrants before fleeing. Subsequent investigations led to the apprehension of Mulambya and 2 others with whom he was jointly charged with aiding and abetting illegal immigrants. The 2 co-accused were later acquitted by the court. The Department of Immigration welcomes the conviction and sentence, which underscores the serious legal consequences awaiting individuals who facilitate illegal immigration. Members of the public are urged to refrain from participating in or facilitating illegal immigration and to report suspected cases.
The Drug Enforcement Commission and the Zambia Union of Government and Allied Workers have signed a memorandum of understanding aimed at combating substance abuse in the public service through prevention, education and support for affected workers. Speaking during the signing ceremony, DEC officials said the agreement marks the beginning of a strategic partnership to protect the health, safety, productivity and well-being of workers across government institutions. The Commission noted that substance abuse continues to undermine productivity, compromise workplace safety, affect family stability, and place an enormous burden on public institutions. The institution said it contributes to absenteeism, poor performance, disciplinary cases, workplace accidents, and increased healthcare costs. The MOU highlights a number of joint activities, among them awareness campaigns, sensitization programs, and educational initiatives to empower workers with accurate information on the physical, psychological, social, legal, and economical consequences of substance abuse. During DEC has emphasized that the fight against substance abuse cannot be won by one institution alone, and the Zambia Union of Government and Allied Workers leadership welcomed the partnership, describing it as timely and critical in addressing challenges that affect workers' welfare and performance in public institutions.
An institution that would like to collaborate as much as possible, because the problem that we are dealing with is a huge community problem, and therefore the stakeholders in the community are literally everybody. And looking at yourselves, it's a very, very beautiful catchment area for us. If you think of all the people that we have that are your members, and then think about those that are behind them, their wives, their children, their grandchildren, it's a huge number of people that can be affected, and they can benefit tremendously from this. So basically, we're institutions that would really, really like to work with other institutions, so that our message is not only heard, but applied. The problem of substance abuse is physical, it's emotional, it's spiritual, it's just all areas, and it can literally bring a country on its knees if not checked. Imagine if the way we are here, 7 of us are drunkards. We won't make progress in this meeting. Because first of all, I'll say 1 or 2 ways and start nosing. 1 or 2 ways I feel like I need a drink. You can't just concentrate. So we need to have a sober society. A sober society is what will actually help us tremendously. We recognize the kind of impact that you have on the society, and how people look up to you as unions. They look up to you as people that are supposed to mitigate for them in all their problems. If somebody says, no, what's the angel? You know, somebody comes, he fights with his wife, he says, but you tell the union, you feel like you're a solution provider in everything. Not only just asking for conditions of service or for, but no, even the own personal social problems in the community, the union must come in.
Not a patient more healthier than the doctor. We do have a lot of disciplinary cases coming to us, and most of them would border on absenteeism, most of them would border on late reporting for work, most of them would border on substance abuse. And when you look at all these, they are related.
Okay, and our investigations reveal that really many of our people tend to look at substance abuse, substances such as alcohol and so forth, as one way of maybe, you know, relieving themselves of certain societal, you know, pressures. But in turn, that goes to, you know, affecting even their output and workplace. Some have lost their jobs. So when we look at this program, we see it as a program that can, you know, inspire some hope, you know, to the employer. Thank you.
Government says it remains committed to building resilient health systems that strengthen primary health care, enhancing emergency preparedness in national and global health security goals. Speaking during the launch of the Cholera Community Protection Game Pilot, Ministry of Health Permanent Secretary Donor Coordination Dr. George Sinyangwe says Zambia is honored to have been selected to pilot cholera tabletop exercise, as it stands to be a testament to the confidence that partners have in Zambia's leadership and commitment to public health preparedness. Dr. Sinyangwe says during the cholera outbreaks, the country witnessed one health approach that effectively addressed cholera prevention and control in communities. He said cholera continues to pose a significant public health challenge in Zambia and across the region, but success depends on strong community engagement, access to safe water and sanitation, effective risk communication, robust surveillance systems, and coordinated multisectoral actions.
Health emergencies, and I'm emphasizing the same point, start and end within the confines of communities. It is for this reason, and this reason alone, that community health care workers, including WASH volunteers, community leaders, and community structures, must continue to be strengthened as part of the hierarchy of controls to fight diseases such as cholera. I have read and am reliably informed active community participation in cholera control. And these include, but not limited to, the following: decision-making processes, coordination, gaps identification, communication, and enhancement of community-level readiness. For community health care workers in this country, let me assure you and inform you that your government, under the able leadership of Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, our president, will continue to strengthen community health care workers. And let me emphasize that from policy viewpoint, these are some of the considerations that we are navigating through. One, we are making community health care workers to be part of the formal healthcare system. Two, in the past, community health care workers have been monovalent in training in other ways. They are in TB, they are in HIV, they are in malaria. But we've introduced a course where they will be polyvalent. They will be trained in everything else that's relevant for the country. And finally, as part of this policy position, we are also putting them or placing them on a standard stipend or salary.
Government has called on media owners and news organizations to support public awareness of the Zambia School Health Program through accurate, responsible and consistent reporting. Speaking during the Media Owners Engagement meeting in Lusaka, Information and Media Permanent Secretary Tavo Kawana, in a speech read on his behalf by Director of Human Resources and Administration Lazarus Mulenda, described the media as a key partner in national development. Mr. Mulenda said the Zambia School Health Program is improving children's health, increasing school attendance, and creating better opportunities for learners to succeed. He explained that government was intended to strengthen collaboration between government and the media while building a shared understanding of the program and its impact on communities. Government has since encouraged media owners, chief executive officers and editors to prioritize factual reporting on national development programs in order to promote informed public dialogue and greater citizen awareness.
There is another important role that you play in Zambia's development that may not be recognized often enough. And this role is that you create demand for information. When people learn about a service, they begin to expect it. When communities understand what is available to them, they begin to ask for it. So in other words, when the communities know that there is a health room at the primary school in their locality, then they will demand that when the child is not okay, that health room must go out, come into play. And when since they begin to ask, institutions then respond. Awareness is our expectation, and expectation drives accountability, and then that accountability is what accelerates development. Ladies and gentlemen, that is why this engagement today matters. The presidential capability exists to ensure that government priorities are not simply announced, but implemented. We want to ensure that commitments made to the Zambian people translate into services they can see, access, and benefit from. We will oppose, we will require to implementation and help ensure that national priorities deliver measurable improvements in people's lives. Quality healthcare is one of the priorities that we interface with, and indeed education is another. The school health program represents the points where the two national priorities converge.
Just now we take a short set of commercials. We'll be right back with more stories. Stay tuned.
Tatula. Great and amazing deals on Topstar. Enjoy reduced prices on both decoder and subscription packages from the 1st of June to the 31st of July. Pay for 1 month on Antenna Nova, Basic or Dish Nova, Smart Bouquet, and get an instant upgrade to the next higher bouquet. Also pay for an Antenna Classic or Dish Super Bouquet and get 5 extra viewing days. There is more. From the 22nd of June, buy a full set antenna decoder at a reduced price of 349 kwacha or decoder only at 199 kwacha, and dish full set at 499 kwacha or decoder only at 299 kwacha. Follow stories of love and betrayal in the best drama series showing daily on Novella E+, and also watch action-packed movies on TNT plus many more. So don't be left out. Subscribe or grab yourself a Topstar decoder now and enjoy amazing deals. Topstar. Enjoy digital life.
Hi, and welcome to Rusangu Secondary School SDA Church. My name is Pastor Trust C. Mwanahiba, I am the chaplain for this wonderful church, this wonderful school. Behind me is the magnificent edifice that was built in 1976. Guess what, brothers and sisters? This year marks 50 years of this particular church since it was built and dedicated to the name of the Lord. We are excited as we invite each one of you to the 50th year anniversary celebration. There will be music, there will be reunion, there will be fellowship. It will be a power-packed program.
During this event, we are going to have people such as the former chaplains that have served at this church. We are also going to have the former head teachers that have passed through and have served at Rusangu Secondary School. They are also going to be here, and also we are going to have a number of the former students and pupils that have been at Rusangu Secondary School, and hence we are inviting everyone to come and join us to celebrate together on this mammoth and magnificent event here at Rusangu Secondary School.
Come with your neighbors, come with your friends as we praise the name of the Lord for his faithfulness throughout the 50 years of Rusangu Secondary School Church. Come one, come all, you are welcome. God bless you and see you there.
We continue with the rest of the news. Journalists have been urged to uphold the highest standards of accuracy, ethics and responsibility as Zambia prepares for the 13th August 2026 general elections. Speaking during the official opening of the final media and elections capacity building workshop for broadcasting stations on the Copper Belt in Ndola, Information and Media Permanent Secretary Tawo Kawana said the media has a critical role to play in safeguarding the credibility of the electoral process. Mr. Kawana said journalists must provide citizens with factual, balanced and verified information, warning that misinformation has the potential to undermine public confidence and democratic participation. He further reminded media practitioners that while they enjoy the same constitutional rights as every other citizen, they are equally bound by the same legal obligations and must operate within the provisions of the law. The permanent secretary has since called on journalists to apply the knowledge gained during the workshop by maintaining professionalism and ethical reporting throughout the election period.
The responsibility resting on your shoulders cannot be overstated. The professionalism of the media during the election will have a direct bearing on public trust. Sometimes do so because they have misquoted their sources or misunderstood the message with which their source had put out that information. Under the provisions of the Cybercrimes Act, has generated considerable discussion within the media fraternity. Without commenting on the specific matter, which is the principle of investigative and judicial processes, I wish to draw attention. They are also subject to the same legal obligations and restrictions. Where the law prohibits the recording, interception, possession, or circulation of private communications without lawful authority, journalists are not exempt simply because the information may be considered newsworthy or intended for publication in public interests. This is not a judgment on the importance of journalism. To the contrary, journalism plays an indispensable role in promoting transparency, promoting accountability, and promoting democratic governance.
This event will provide an important opportunity to consolidate the knowledge, skill, and experience gained throughout the series. Ladies and gentlemen, over the past month, The authority, in collaboration with various stakeholders, has implemented a number of capacity building programs aimed to enhance the quality of election coverage across the country. This workshop therefore marks not the beginning, but a chapter of a sustained effort to prepare broadcasters and journalists for their critical role during the electoral period.
Civil society organizations have renewed calls for greater transparency, accountability and sustainability in Zambia's public debt management ahead of the 2026 general election. Speaking during a stakeholder engagement on the Public Debt Transparency Manifesto scorecard in Lusaka, Civil Society Organizations Debt Alliance Chairperson Father Daniel Mwamba Ntale says responsible public borrowing remains critical to the country's governance and long-term development. Father Mtale said the meeting follows recent engagements with political parties aimed at encouraging stronger commitments for transparent and accountable public debt management. He noted that the Public Debt Transparency Manifesto scorecard provides an evidence-based platform for civil society, the media and other stakeholders to assess public debt governance while promoting informed policy dialogue. Further, Father Mtale further said civil society has unique responsibility to promote transparency through public education, evidence-based advocacy, and citizen participation to ensure public borrowing benefits all Zambians. He encouraged participating organizations to use the engagement to develop common advocacy messages and identify practical actions that will strengthen public oversight of debt management during and beyond the election period. Further, Father Mtale thanked the Zambia Economic, Social and Health Equity Trust and National Democratic Institute for supporting efforts aimed at promoting debt transparency and strengthening civic participation. The National Council of Students Union, NACOSU, has commended government for introducing initiatives aimed at improving the welfare of students in learning institutions across the country. Speaking during the engagement meeting with students at Makasa Kapasa University in Chinsali District, NACOSU Secretary for University Affairs Bran Malambo said free education, increased meal allowances and the distribution of sanitary pads to female learners are some of the measures benefiting students. Mr. Malambo encouraged students to take advantage of government agricultural programs by venturing into crop and livestock production, saying agriculture remains a key driver of Zambia's economy. On that note, our bulletin ends, and here are stories that made headlines. Zambian driver jailed 2 years with hard labor for aiding illegal migrants. DEC, Government Workers Union, pen MOU to fight workplace substance abuse. Cholera Community Protection Game pilot launched. And civil society strengthens advocacy for public debt. On behalf of the entire production team and crew, my name is Mwene Muyanga. Sharana Kufuna is our sign language caster. Keep watching Hope Channel Zambia, because hope starts here.